Chris Vinson, the man that doesn't need an introduction. I will still introduce you because you are one of the most impressive people I personally know. While you were producing, you were the #1 loan officer in South Dakota. Your bank is still the #1 mortgage bank in South Dakota. You guys own 25% of market share there, which, to put it in perspective for everyone, all the big players are 1% to 2% of any given market, 3% if they're lucky. Your loan officers, which you're not recruiting for, if anyone here is wondering, average 8.4 loans per month per LO. And what's the most significant to me personally, you helped me create Level Up Coaching, which coached over 120 loan officers who on average doubled their business every 3 months. And that was all your playbook and everything you taught me. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Sam. I love things like this. And by the way, you did all the hard work. We just got to powwow and have some fun, and then you went out and did it all. But so congrats on that success of growing those loan officers. I was proud of you.
Thanks, man. I really could not have done it from you. There was some personal things that I not personal issues, but issues in business that the limiting factor was me and my mindset. It was a personal problem. And that powwow was so important, you helping me go over my limiting beliefs and to be able to implement the playbook that you gave. And that just worked like magic.
Awesome. Awesome.
Chris, I'm going to ask you,
yeah,
you're at the pinnacle of success. What does life look like for someone in your position?
Well, I mean, I think people would be pretty surprised. Maybe it's a little boring. I mean, I work, I hang out with my family. I love dinners with friends. Shalisa and I love dinners with friends, and I golf, and that's it. So it's not like I don't know. It's just that maybe that doesn't sound boring. Maybe that sounds just right. But it's not like I don't really. My wife loves vacations. I personally don't. We did take a vacation last year. I should do better at that. But yeah, I'm just grinding it out. The last few years takes a little bit more effort to be able to get a good result. And so, a little bit of grinding, a little bit of family time. I'm a grandpa, Sam. So I'm pretty excited about that. And celebrating and learning how to be a grandpa has been really, really fun. I'm waiting for him to be 5, and he's 8 months old. So we're going through that little transition. But yeah, I mean, life is fun. I'm having a lot of fun. I never knew how long I would be in mortgage, and I'm as long as I'm having fun, I'm staying. Plus, I have this theory that if you retire, you die, and I don't want to die. So I'm I got to stay at working.
Yeah, you're too fun, and too many people rely on you. So let's not even put it out there. So your schedule, how much of your schedule are you happy with? You're if it's 100%, it's 100%. If it's less, what parts would you change
in my schedule?
Yeah, do you have the perfect balance for yourself and what you strive for?
I mean, I really love my balance today. Traveling is probably the hardest part. A lot of people would think, oh, that's fun, go here, go there. But there's nothing better than your own bed. And when you do it for so many years, you're you can't wait. I will fight hard to figure out a way to get home at 2 a.m. just to sleep in my own bed, or 3 more hours in a plane to be able to get home. This month alone, I've been in Orlando twice already, and from Scottsdale, that's a 4-hour flight there, 5-hour back type deal, direct. And so the travel's the hardest part of my calendar. I always tell everybody, you have a great calendar when it's boring and you're fighting it because you want lights and mirrors and action, it's a movie scene. And really a calendar and being able to do all the things that connect and create impact and influence, it's kind of boring. Because it's the same thing, and what Monday is and Tuesday is and Wednesday is and Thursday. And then, hopefully by Friday, I think we talked about this a lot, is I always make Monday my hardest, and then Tuesday my second hardest, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday, and then Friday, hopefully maybe I could get the afternoon and go do something. But sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't.
I'm honored that I'm on Thursday. That means this is like easy for you. And if it was on Friday, it would have been the best. You use the word impact there. Is impact what drives you? Because you don't need more money. Like if it's okay for me to tell this to people, you can't even spend it. So what is it that drives you to have as much impact that you're having on our industry?
Yeah, someone asked me, why do you still do it? He asked me two questions. Why do you still do it? And I go, I find joy in helping loan officers and owners, a lot of joy in helping owners. And the second question is that why do you go that hard? Why do you go that hard? And I go, that was a hard question for me, Sam, because at the time no one's ever asked me that, and I don't really feel like I do. And I mean, it's not like I work 75 hours or anything like that. And I said, I just don't know any different. Like, this is how I was raised. This is what you do. This is how you do it. And you go in, you get your work done, and you complete it. And every once in a while, just in the mortgage business, our hours creep into other hours, and maybe nighttime hours. And learning that balance with Shalise and I is probably the most difficult thing that I balance. I catch myself saying, hey, I got to take this. Or yeah, I'll get it tomorrow. But I'm super anal of answering my phone or returning messages quickly. And so because of that, it gets me in trouble every once in a while.
I that makes sense. One thing that you said that really stands out to me is that you don't know any better. Like, this is the thing you've done. Has that been intentional? The way you've lived, the way you work, has that been with intention, or a lot of it has been like lucky coincidences?
Well, I mean, I think it's good and bad because, I grew up saying that if you worked hard, you'd reap the season. But, maybe I've learned to work a little bit smarter. And is it actually just, let's say you say Sam and I are going to work really hard and we're going to call 50 additional people today. And you're like, by the time you got to like 20, you're so into a robot mode that it's not worth it even doing it. And so being able to say, okay, I'm going to call 20 people and create an influence and impact, teach. I call it leverage. Leverage meaning find the pain. And pain equals solution. And then we always teach KISS, which is keep it simple and stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. And then ask. And so, like, if I can follow that method through and make 20 really, really good phone calls upon top of everything else, I feel like that is a better work ethic than saying, oh, check the box, I got 50, because I caught myself trying to do that. And then I learned that doesn't have great results.
So you're bringing intentionality to everything that you're doing day to day. There's a framework you're following to make sure the person gets value out of it as well. Like you said, finding the pain and then helping. I have one question that I personally really want to know the answer to. One of the biggest perks of the industry, our industry, is the money. At what point, and it doesn't have to be a number, but at what point does it stop being about the money from all the successful people that you met?
I think the point for most is it's at different points. Like everyone has a different point. Like, for instance, my daughter does not do it for the money. Now, she does it for the competition. She loves competition, but money is not the motivator to her. Like, money for a long time was a motivator for me because going broke, having that scarcity, wondering if something would happen. Like it wasn't like greed, it was fear. And then finally, along the way, then the fear went away. But it took forever, Sam, for the fear to go away. Because in 2000, 26 years ago, I went broke, and Shalise and I, we started all over. And that's how I got in the mortgage business. And so it was like that drove me. And then eventually money went away, and other better, more healthy things started to enter into my life. Giving became a thing. Helping people became a thing. Like it just money was a byproduct of it. I think that if you're listening to this today and you're like a $20 million producer, $40 million producer, $80 million producer, the best thing that you could ever do is say, how do I be the best $20 million producer ever? Because naturally, just that simple, that mindset, you'll probably be 30 or 40. And then you can reevaluate. But like, if it was like, I have to make $1 million or I have to make $700. I remember years and years ago, I was at towards the end of the year, and it was 985,000. Right. And I go, can you just roll one loan in just to give me the win? To say that it was $1 million, And he's like, absolutely not. And I go, okay, fine. And I giggle about that today. Oh man, that was so stupid. What would 15 grand really matter? But it was just like this stupid thing that I chased for years and years. And this is in the early teens. Early teens in 2000 here, that I was chasing that and I was chasing this stupid number. And then I learned chasing that stupid number is not where the reward is. The reward is, how do I be the best producer at my level in my market, and what could I do to be able to create a better experience? I'm telling you, more joy, more wins, and actually in the end, it is better income, but it's a thought change.
I have my personal experience with exactly that. By the way, to everyone listening, like, you have to track your numbers. It's so important. Like, you can't run a good business without tracking the numbers, but it's about your relationship with those numbers. So for me, it was very much just like, am I hitting my dial list? Am I hitting my lead list? Am I hitting my credit pool, my funding? And I was so good at it. And then I remember this like still yesterday. I get a little bit of chills. I was in the shower and I look back and I realized like 2.5 years of my life were gone. And I just couldn't really remember it, because the only thing I focused on was like this number that I have to always hit. And I remember, like, and I hit it. I hit all of those goals. I hit my income goals. I hit my funding goals, like everything. But I didn't live life with joy, because my intention wasn't like this number is supposed to hit. It wasn't about the people. It was just about hitting the numbers. So when you say like your fear transformed into something else and you have more joy, more everything in your life, I will say it's absolutely true from my personal experience.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to switch gears a little bit, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure.
Do you talk to a lot of loan officers, a lot of brokers, broker owners, and the people that work with you are crushing it? What are they doing to win in this market?
I think one thing is that, we track data daily. So we measure our loan officers daily. So every night at 7:01, they get the casino report, and it's measuring apps and locks. And you're like, oh, well, that's not like magical or anything like that. You're right, it's not. But do it once and watch your loan officers be able to say, well, one's like, well, I'm chasing Sam, or I'm chasing Don, or I'm chasing Andrew, or I'm chasing Jeremy. And you pick a couple people. But the thing is that if you're a broker owner, or you're an owner, or you're a big branch manager, and you're listening to this call, like, my thing is that don't ever let a loan officer be left behind. And the best thing is that when Wednesday comes and I know they're off, then I can inject myself. So if you have a bunch of apps and no locks, you're not converting. If you have no locks, and if you have locks but no apps, you're not getting new business. And you have neither one, something's off. So it's like, it's 3 things or the win. And I create minimum standards of what we want for apps and locks per week. And then we review all of our data in the coaching call. Loan officers are on Tuesdays, AEs are on Mondays. But they're seeing it throughout. And then my sales managers know that on Wednesday, hey, if Sam's off, let's reach out to Sam, give him some bullet points, figure out where we need to do, help him get back on track. Why let a week, a month, a quarter go by where Sam's not hitting it, when it could be just a couple tweaks that Sam needed? Could be mindset, could be a tactical piece. It could be pipeline management. It could be realtor relationships, but we're going to find it quickly and then get them back on track. I say that is, it's not even a secret, but like that is how you can perform at a very high level, is looking at yourself daily.
That's incredible. Then that sounds like it gamifies it. It creates accountability for the LO, but as a leader as well, you kind of understand where everyone is on your team is, but you also like have clear, like, identify the problem and here's the solution kind of matrix that you can use. You're not just like recreating your plan every day. You can tell what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
This way. When did you start?
When
When did you start?
Been over 2 years now when I did it. And by the way, I started out doing it for account executives first, and then I went to loan officers and did it. And my loan officers said, yeah, we don't need that. So they actually shut it down themselves. And they called and shut it down. And then next day I go to look at my phone, and the report don't show up. So I was like, hey guys, the loan officer report didn't show up. They go, yeah, they said they didn't need it. I go, of course they said they didn't. They don't want me to see it every day. So I was like, get that back on. And now every one of my employees looks at their phone at 7:01, and they're like, if you call one of my AEs or my loan officers, they're like, when's the casino report come out? 7:01. Do you look at it? Absolutely. Who are you chasing? Because not everybody. Why chase the top one when that's not realistic right now? Maybe it's a person 2 or 3 steps up that you want to chase. And that's what I find that was kind of the magic in it, Sam, was I didn't actually see that there was a competitive part of it until I started to watch their habits and listen to them and hear them talk about the casino report and how they look at it.
That's amazing. And I'm curious, how much strategy are you giving to your loan officers and broker owners? Or are you finding just by having this accountability and drive, like, people find their own unique ways to grow?
Yeah, so I have a playbooks in March, April, May. We haven't announced the June, July dates yet, but that's coming. And you get to watch me coach my loan officers live. We coach them on their activity. We coach them on their results. We then always have a theme. And, this week was leverage, build value, KISS, and ask. And we talk through a lot of these pieces. The main thing that I was driving home this week is that we do boring, and boring is where success is. And let's stay in the boring. Social media is fun, do a fun video, do those things. That's are all great branding things, but the money's made in the boring. If I could get a loan officer to believe that, just watch them like go right through and break records.
Yeah, I mean, your average loan officer does 8.4 loans a month. And they probably, actually, I have been in the coaching calls and I have talked to them one-on-one. They say their business is extremely boring. Does that also mean like the loan officer gets really good at like preventing fires, so like it becomes better as well, or no?
Well, I mean, that's where the team structure is. So you either have to have a team or on a team with me. So that's probably a little bit different. And so a good LP1s and a support system for an LO, it's just magical how they can keep them in to going and getting business. and allowing these loan partners to be able to do the things that I think need to support the loan officer. Helping managing lead stats, being able to get a file all the way kicked to the processor, which we talk about the baton pass and how that happens. And then because our partners work all the way up to sign docs, and then boom, it goes to the processor. And so we work a lot on customer experience. Remember when I said earlier, be really good at the boring, yes, but be really good at creating an amazing experience and surprises along the way for your borrower. You'll never have time to create surprises along the way without a team member. Even the pre-qual stats, like, it's not exciting enough. It needs to be more exciting. We need to celebrate more with the clients. And by the way, another thing, another surprise piece is that at closing, the greatest question you can ever ask is, what's next? Because as soon as they close, they're always thinking about what's next. Now, they won't say that. They won't say, Sam, guess what? I'm thinking about what's next. They would never do that. But in here they are. And you're like, okay, so I know what's next. And the husband goes, we're never moving, never. And the wife goes, well. And it starts this fun piece, because the reason I ask that question is because I connect with you personally twice a year. And also I will be sending stuff to you once a month, but it's my commitment to you as your loan officer. And I want you to know that personally, I love to be able to get you on the phone, connect with you, and just kind of do a simple review. Are you good with that? And they're like, yes. Well, then when you get to connecting to your database, they're already in agreement with you. You've asked permission. And you can see and feel more of an excitement about that, because many loan officers don't call their database because they think they have commission breath. Oh no, they'll call when rates go down and they think there's a value. Sure, that doesn't count. I'm saying calling with zero expectation and watch how many loans and referrals you get. It's crazy.
It's crazy. I just want to, you shared like 5 or 6 really great things, and I just want to summarize it for LOs listening. Number 1 was do boring stuff. It's not just like get really good at the boring stuff. Your business will grow. 2, and I haven't heard this in a long time, you're either on a team or you have a team. Well, how do you say it exactly?
Yeah, you're either on a team, right? Or you have a team.
Or you have a team.
Yeah, so having single loan officers is not my thing. I know that there's many companies and everybody else that has it differently, and that's cool. That's the great thing about having a shop, is you get to create these rules and see if you stand by it. But I firmly believe that a loan officer performs very well on a team or has a team.
That's we can go deeper in that, actually, because I think it's really important. And there's a problem in our industry of just too many people without being trained, because mortgages is an apprenticeship and it's not just like an education, and you need to be you need someone to guide you through the way. You said call the clients twice a year, send them something once a month, and then also at closing, ask them what's next to create that dialogue for follow-up.
Yeah.
I just want to recap that, because that was so much gold you just shared right there. If someone follows those, they will get to 20, 40 million, no problem. What do you think is like the most important things for loan officers, like at different stages? So like 0 to 10 million, 10 to 30, and 30 and above. What are the key things they have to master?
You have to master your list. So a couple things. You know, we backed off and we're at 30 really good realtor relationships. It doesn't mean that I get 1 lead a month from each one, but they're all broken apart in the lead activity and what I call ROO, which is return on opportunity. And so, you know, creating a 30 list, creating a VIP list, and then having your database list. If you just had that and you had your list dialed in, regardless of your production levels, you're so far ahead of every LO. But I'm going to even make it simple, even more simple. For me, I have to be in front of a number. And this just like happened. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, this works so good. I've got to tell more people about it. So I have a goal every month. And my goal is I have to be in front of, either Zoom or in person, 400 LOs every single month. So that puts pressure on me, Sam. I got to set an event. I got to get a Zoom call. I got to do this. I got to do that. Like I've got to continue to be I'm already at 160 face-to-faces or Zooms for well, I was at MortgageCon, so there was 300 there. So I'm probably 460 already for the month, but I'm not freaked out about February because February was pre-planned. What I'm freaked about, I got to fill March, and then I got to fill April, and then I got to fill May. So let's go back to a loan officer piece. It's more than 10 and it's less than 100 of how many face-to-faces or Zooms you need to have within a month. Whatever that number is, it doesn't matter it just matters that you start with a number. Let's say I need to be in front of 25 people or 30 people. Not like you walked to the grocery store and now you're in front of 25 people. Like intentionally in front of talking about something, talking about a product, talking about some ways to be able to help realtors with. We already know all their problems. It's P&L, it's lead, it's conversion, it's marketing. So it's like whatever that would be, or you're bringing in a guest that works with you to do it, or you're doing classes. Like if you look at the number one guy in Florida or the number one guy in California, okay? They just do a better job. Scott Evans just does a brilliant job of creating events to be in front of more people, which creates more opportunity, which magically got him to over $400 million in originations. Now, magically, or was he just in front of more people than you? And I think the answer is, although Scott is extremely talented, I enjoy talking to him and his thought processes with his realtor playbooks, but the guy crushes it because he's in front of people and he pre-plans his calendar to do it every single day. For me, I watched it work for me. I know it'll work for you.
There's a concept called trim tab that if you focus on one little thing, everything else will follow that. And you're saying like just having a number, and the number can be different, but like you have to be in front of these many people with intention.
Yeah,
will take care of everything else. And the type of people is different for everyone. For you, it's loan officers.
Yeah.
What do you think? Who do the loan officers need to be in front of? Like realtors, financial advisors, borrowers, all the above. What is?
Yeah, I mean, you just listed the top three for sure. Like you realize that insurance agents and financial planners don't get great sales tactics, don't have great podcasts, their circle of where you could learn from is smaller than our circle. And so being able to help them is amazing. And sure, there are the anomaly of the amazing ones, and they just sought out great training, great coaching. But there's many in your market that aren't getting anything. Your database, what are you doing special for your database? Like, we have the apple orchard or the movie night, or one time I had a big party at the farm and we had sumo wrestling competitions and mechanical bull competitions. Like fun sells. It doesn't mean like when I'm doing my work, it's always fun, because it isn't always fun. And then when you're like, well, this isn't fun. And I'm like, yeah, I know that's the boring stuff that we have to do to get to the fun stuff, but you can't skip the boring. And like, if you were in front of realtors, financial planners, insurance agents, your database, and you created that number of how many you needed to be in front of, write your goals, because you're going to accomplish them.
That's amazing. And then, so like once you have the number and once you have the goal, it's just about being 1 to 2 months ahead, maybe even 3 months of how you're getting in front of those people. Sometimes it's events, sometimes it's something else, but you're just getting in front of those people and you're planning a couple of months in advance. And for everyone, write this down. Fun sells. It is true. And I will put a note on that. I coach my loan officers a lot on this. When the client calls you, especially on that initial call, they don't want the mortgage. They want the house. The mortgage is necessary evil. So if at the beginning you just talk about the home and the goals and dreams, now you're talking to them about them and the fun. Mortgages is about us. The home is about them. So the more we focus about them, the better.
Yeah, and put in the file MIP. Most important thing. Here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. If I said, Sam, what's the most important thing about getting you into this house? And you said school district, kitchen, extra bedroom, backyard for the dogs, like it's going to be something. Like what is the thing you're looking forward to the most? And they tell you this, okay? Then I call and Sam's not getting me your W-2 or a pay stub or whatever it is. I'm like, Sam, look, I'm getting you that house or that backyard. I'm going to make sure that backyard's for your dogs. But dang it, you got to get me your W-2 by 3:00 today. See, and by remembering that, Sam's like, yeah, I know, I got to do that. I go, yes, we're going to get this backyard, but I just need the W-2. You get to lean on it. And because you're right. If you keep it into the mortgage, right, that's an intangible thing, but the tangible thing is the home. So you got to go back to tangible sometimes to be able to complete the process to get the customer a good experience.
That's so good. The MIT is probably the one thing that has helped me make so much money in the industry, because you can always bring it down to that point for the client. Chris, I want to switch gears again, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So you are one of the best banks, a wholesaler. I've used you guys a lot. My partners have used you guys a lot. I can talk all day about what makes you special, and I'm happy to do it. But I want to hear from you. What is it that people are getting? How are you getting so much success? And how are your partners getting success by working with you?
I would love to tell you that I feel like we care just a little bit more, but we're really a boutique shop, so we're set up to care a little bit more. Like if we were bigger and big in this big, huge monster like some of my competitors are, it's hard to have this individual relationship. It's a lot about email. It's a lot about let me progress the file forward, other than pick up the phone and go, hey, can you help me get this file? This is a little piece that is a snag, or how do I do this, or how do I set this up? The second thing is that always looking for the new, like our new doctor loan, some of our new non-QM products, like always looking for new for the originator to be able to go back out and be able to originate or provide an additional lead or provide a problem or a solution for a problem with a realtor. I would say 3. And then 4, we do a really good job of being an open book and coaching what's working for us. So it's like, these are the things that's working for us right now. Go do it. This is the scripts that are working. This is the playbook we're using. This is like right now we're on a big kick of teaching P&Ls. And so we're breaking out P&Ls. We're breaking it out into basis points. We're showing you what an acceptable basis point expense level should be. And we're really, really mastering working with branch managers and originators and owners about how to manage a good P&L each and every month. I met an originator yesterday, and he's spending $7,000 a month in leads. And he can't tell me the ROI. Like, we're going to fix that. And he's going to know, like, he has a goal in the beginning of what the ROI needs to be, 3-to-1, which I think is an aggressive goal, but I like it. But now we've got to track that back into a P&L to be able to make sure it's making sense. So, money, sales, leadership is the 3 things that we really concentrate at Windsor for our customers. And we feel like if you're a partner of ours, then we're just as much a partner of yours.
It's everything you said. I want to say is true. And I will add one more, if that's okay. You have probably the best account executives in the industry. They are problem solvers. They are very forward and proactive with their communication. They're responsive. They just do great work. And my personal experience with you has been like, that's the culture. It's like you understand the loan officers and what they need, and you are always serving it. And now you use the word boutique. Everything makes more sense. It is a boutique experience.
Yeah. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. We're very proud of all of Windsor's employees, but it's fun to be able to watch how talented our AEs are. And I echo what you say.
Yeah. Is there a certain type of people that work better with you guys? Like, who's your ideal person that you serve the best?
Wow. We have the #1 company in the broker space today that we do really well with, and we have, a lot of 1 or 2 man shops that we do really well with. So, what we've done a good job is figuring out what's your goals, what's the appetite, what type of products are fitting the best into your market, and then being able to work that. I wish I could say my perfect is this. I wish I could say that. You wish you could say that this is my perfect realtor. But in the end, right? If you're a big delegated shop, or, this big delegated opportunity is probably not the best fit for me. So if you're in the correspondent non-del space, or you're a broker space, that is my ideal client. We feel like we fit the best with that. On the delegated side and on the bid tape side of those things, that is just a niche that we're not as good at, that some of the other companies are.
That is so important to know what you're good at and sticking to it, because that's what provides the experience. What you tell loan officers to do for their clients and their realtors, you do for loan officers. Like, knowing what you're good at, making it fun, being good at it is what makes you guys excellent. Can people reach out to you or to Windsor?
Yeah. Hook me up. I'm easy to find. They can find me at Windsor. They can find me on Facebook, Chris Vinson, nothing fancy, or Instagram, LinkedIn. Shoot me a message. If you're like, Chris, I really would like to know how that P&L works, or you want my P&L, I'll send it to you. I'll send you the grading scale. I'm here to help. I love helping originators. I did get beat up by my coach. He's like, Chris, you're trying to help too many people. I'm like, I know, but I love it. And it's the thing that, gets me excited. But yeah, Sam, I love this. I've loved watching you and your success, and now your podcast, and all of the additional growth steps that you just continue to do. It's fun to be able to watch you and what you've accomplished. And so I'm super proud of you, Sam, and thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much for being here. You've made such an impact on my life and so many loan officers. Thanks for all that you do.
Appreciate you.